You're welcome back. The Secretary General of the Trades Union Congress has spoken against any imminent wage freeze this year on the heels of tax hikes. Kofi Samoa said inefficiencies in the management of Ghana's wage bill are to blame for the country's financial woes rather than public sector workers. He was delivering TUC's goodwill message to members of the Ghana National Association of Teachers at the opening of the quadrennial conference in Accra.
Many of our teachers are risking their health and lives in the remotest parts of the country as they struggle to bring education to every child. Yet, beside their low incomes, teachers continue to be blamed unjustifiably for the falling standards of education. While the base pay on the single spine structure went up by 10%, workers were confronted with astronomical increase in taxes, tariffs, and other statutory fees. The single spine pay policy and public sector workers, including teachers, became the subject of incessant attacks by government officials who continue to blame workers for all that has gone on with the finances of this country. It is the conviction of organized labor that public sector salary administration, including the management of the wage bill, is inefficient and needed an urgent attention to weed out all ghost names and other undesirable elements in the wage bill. We are not the only people responsible for that huge wage bill. The 2014 budget proposes to increase the base pay by a small percentage. And indeed, with all these increases, anybody who is talking about wage freeze should review his or her notes. As workers, we need to strategize, bond together to confront this economic and management philosophy that really subject the majority to impoverishment while some few live well. This leadership style is not Ghanaian and must be stopped.
Meanwhile, in an interview with Bright Nana Anfo on today's big story, John Kachi, financial analyst and lecturer at the University of Cape Coast Business School, Wednesday said when Nana Bright asked him if government was managing its finances well or the single spine salary structure was to blame for the lapses, this is what he had to say.
The single spine pay policy has eaten very deeply into the finances of the state. In order to ensure good economic governance, it is important for the of the economy to inform us from time to time as to how finances have been in the country. And one of the issues that is very important is the pay policy implementation and its effect on the finances of the country.
Right.
So there is nothing wrong for government informing the entire nation that this is the situation regarding the single spine pay policy. So for me, it is part of the good public financial governance that we want to see in the country. Don't see how government will be blaming labor for the high wage bill because the people who are engaged under government did not employ themselves. They did not structure the pay policy for themselves. This was structured by the state, implemented by the state. So if there are some challenges with regard to the implementation, we can all understand the challenges, sit at the negotiation table as stakeholders and discuss what should be the way forward. I do not think that the way forward should be blaming labor, that they are the cause of high wage bill. We are all aware that there are some agencies where virtually no serious business activity is going on there. But because of political economic reasons, it is difficult to lay off those people. For quick government continue to pay these people every month, even though we cannot match their productivity with the pay that they are receiving under the single spine pay policy.
The Ghana Stock Exchange has hinted that the stock market would witness about 4 additional listings this year. No new company came aboard the stock exchange in 2013. Now, it currently has 34 companies listed on it, but Deputy Managing Director of the exchange, Eko Afeji, says he is hopeful 2014 will go down as one of the best years in terms of listing. The stock market ended last year recording almost 80% return on the average for persons who had invested in listed equities on the exchange. Returns on stock market shares are usually far better than what is earned on investment products. Rolls-Royce reported its fourth year running of record sales with 3,630 cars delivered to customers in 2013. Now that is 1.5% increase on the 3,575 cars Rolls-Royce sold in 2012. To help meet demand, the car maker, which is owned by BMW, says it plans to hire 100 more staff at its manufacturing plant in Goodwood, Sussex in 2014. Rolls-Royce launched the race model at the Geneva Motor Show in March 2013 and started delivering the car to customers during the fourth quarter. India's central bank has increased the amounts that finance companies can lend in return for gold deposits under the new rules. Non-banking finance companies can lend up to 75% of the value of gold from 60%. The central bank revised the rules because their gold loan portfolios were showing only moderate growth. Lending against gold in a fast-growing business in the Indian economy and industry is valued at more than $20 billion. China's major banks have been asked to publish data on 12 key indicators, including off-balance sheet assets, to enhance their transparency. Banks with total assets of 1.6 trillion yen will need to publish the data within 4 months of the end of each financial year. China said the move was in line with rules published by the Basel Committee on International Banking Regulation. The sports ahead, don't go away. Black Stars midfielder Rabiu Mohammed says he is not overly concerned by his status as a starter and the Black Stars setup. The midfielder missed out on the final round of qualifiers against the Pharaohs of Egypt, and with competition for places in Kwesi Appiah's squad for the World Cup in Brazil. The Cuban Krasnodar midfielder says the team's collective efforts supersedes his individual ambitions.
No, I'm not worrying because we are in Ghanaian team. We have a lot of players, and if you compare about football, we have a very good talent, and we have some players they never play in the national team, but they are very good players too. And if they call them, I think they are going to do their best. And I don't think about maybe for first 11, but I think for Blaster to move forward always. Yeah, as far as you are a Ghanaian, I am a Ghanaian, I have to think about the World Cup. I don't think this one is going to put pressure for me, and it's a team, it's not individual. And if we go as a team, we work as a team.
The 2014 FIFA World Cup will be the 20th FIFA World Cup, and it's an international men's football tournament that is scheduled to take place in Brazil from 12 June to 13 July 2014. It will be the second time that Brazil has hosted the competition, the previous being in 1950. The Black Stars of Ghana will be taking part in their third consecutive World Cup after Germany 2006 and South Africa 2010. Ghana is in the Group D and will face USA, Portugal and Germany. The USA and Germany have both announced friendly matches against South Africa and Cameroon respectively. What about Ghana? Ibrahim Sani Dara is Director of Communications at the Ghana Football Association and joins us over the telephone. Let's take a look at preparations. Hello, Sani.
Hello, hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too. When would we see us play our first friendly?
Well, we've just finished finalizing the opponents we want to play. I thought we wouldn't be making an announcement until such a time that we've had a comprehensive plan to tell Ghanaians. We wouldn't be in a rush to announce friendly matches and so on. You would realize a few days ago that Cameroon announced that they were playing Portugal. They were playing Argentina, for instance, in a friendly. 3 days later, Argentina issued a statement saying that is not the case. We don't want to be hit by a similar situation like that. So we are taking our time to ensure that when we announce our plans, they are cast in iron.
How much time would that take?
Well, we don't have any time limits from FIFA. So we will take as much time as possible to give the Black Stars the best preparation plan. Just a handful of countries who've named their opponents and have announced their plans. That shows that a lot of other countries are also planning and taking their time. We think that we should not rush things. We should take our time to firm up our plans before we come. We don't want to also come out with piecemeal information. We want to come out with some information that will be thorough.
Right, we'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Ibrahim Sani Dara is Communications Director at the Ghana Football Association. We'll move on to some other sports stories. And head of the Ghana FA Technical Directorate, Francis Otia Kenteng, is set to begin work as a member of the technical study group for the African Nations Championship in South Africa, which begins this Saturday. Otia Kenteng is among the selected 4-member team assigned by CAF and will monitor Group D teams in Polokwane. And Otia Kenteng has been explaining his mandate at the competition to Joy Sports.
It's a big work. Hitherto, I think Mr. Benkofi had been part of the technical study group. You know, when they say technical study group, member is not an easy work if you look at it, because in any competition or in any tournament you are supposed to be analyzing the countries involved, and then you have to submit your report and a big report book so that people can make references what they did at the technical, in fact it's technical analysis. Everything goes into it. We are going to spend almost about 1 month over there looking at the technicalities and then putting them for references for other countries to be looking through for future things that to be looked through. Yes, so it's a big work. I think I'm happy about the appointment, but I know that for the next 1 month I'll be in Polokwane taking care of countries like RD, Congo, Burundi, Gabon, and I think Mauritania. So these are the 4 countries that I'll be taking care of.
Real Madrid Spain midfielder Xabi Alonso signed a 2-year deal. The extension announced by Alonso on Twitter will keep the 32-year-old at Bernabeu, where he has won a league title and the cup until 2016. The former Liverpool star, who was due to have been a free agent this summer, had been linked with a return to the Premier League. Spanish media reports Alonso's new deal is worth $4.9 million a season and has an option ready for an extra year. Alonso joined Real in 2009 from Liverpool in a $30 million move. His Real teammate Cristiano Ronaldo last month described the playmaker as irreplaceable. And haven't been missing in the music industry for quite some time now. Slim Buster says he's bouncing back with new dance moves this year. He explains that his return will help young musicians to learn from him.
The year 2014 looks brighter for so many people, including the dancer musician Slim Buster, as he recounts his bouncing back into the music industry this year. Slim explains the reason behind his absence from the music scene, citing the need for his bounce back.
Bouncing back That is what I think I can say, because I decided to do something else. But looking at the industry, I would say, as a friend would say, very precarious. They need people like us to really put the young ones back on their feet, because some of them are really joking. So 2014, my album is ready and I'm bouncing back big time.
His music, he says, will entail more creativity this year. The Azonto, Al-Qaeda and more of the modern music. Meanwhile, Slim Basta has debunked rumors that he is broke.
Talking about, when someone is, I don't really understand it, because looking at myself, I'm very comfortable. I don't have money that I can mess about with, but we're talking about the total life of everything. As an artist, you should be able to think about your pension. You shouldn't think about wearing the most expensive watch, necklace. I am thinking about my total life now, so that when it comes to my pension, I will enjoy what I inherited from the music world. So I'm not rich, I'm not poor, but I'm comfortable. Yeah.
Slim Basta, who burst onto the music scene some 2 decades ago, believes he has more in him for young musicians to copy from.
Ghanaian actress Yvonne Nelson, who's been in the news for skin bleaching, has eventually reacted to the publication, saying she has only got her complexion or look better through the use of Queen Elizabeth's cocoa butter. Meanwhile, Apostle Kojosafo agrees with Yvonne's defense.
According to Peace FM Online, the Ghanaian actress is alleged to have claimed that though her skin complexion has lightened over the years, it has absolutely nothing to do with skin bleaching. She said her present skin tone is as a result of constant use of the famous Queen Elizabeth cocoa butter. She explains that she was fortunate to land herself a deal to be the face of Queen Elizabeth cocoa butter 3 years ago. Thus, all she uses was cocoa butter cream. According to Yvonne, it only enhances her natural complexion rather than bleaching it. Meanwhile, Apostle Kojosafo, a brand ambassador of Queen Elizabeth cocoa butter, also agrees with Yvonne's defense, saying his caramel complexion, like that of Yvonne, is as a result of the consistent use of Queen Elizabeth cocoa butter, and it has nothing to do with bleaching. He is hopeful people will believe them and allow the matter to rest.
You're watching News Today, and in our major stories, minority in Parliament of Ghana says Speaker must be consistent in his rulings after he dismissed on Monday a motion filed by Member of Parliament for Bembela, Dominic Nitiwo, for an investigation into the sale of Merchant Bank. Financial analyst and lecturer at University of Cape Coast Business School, John Gachi, says stakeholders must sit and discuss single spine pay policy challenges. Be all for the hour. There's more news on myjoyonline.com. Thank you very much for staying on. My name is Kemini Nyamani Amano, and goodbye.